I'm Lisa Lawrenson. I'm 25 years old and I live with my partner Kale in Ottawa, Ontario. I'm a certified interior decorator and I work in a local decorating store. I also have cystic fibrosis. I was diagnosed when I was 8 weeks old. My mom, who was a nurse, was worried because I was losing a lot of weight as a baby. She knew CF runs in the family. I tested positive. Now I live each day managing my CF.
I've known Lisa since she was a teenager. I've worked with Lisa for about 7 years now.
This is where I keep several months worth of my medication.
When I come here, I see all her medications, and as a nurse in the clinic, you don't see the amount of medications patients have with them. And I'm so in awe of all the things that cystic fibrosis patients have to do just to maintain their health. It's been really interesting and a real eye-opener to see what it all is involved in her day-to-day activity.
So when I wake up in the morning, I do my basic routine, get ready, get dressed, have a shower, do my hair. And then once that's done, I'll do my inhaled nebulizers, which take about 25 minutes to do. And then I gotta sterilize the equipment for that. I have all my pills prepped and ready. I gotta take all those vitamins and antifungal, anti-inflammatory, antibiotics, allergy related. I have my puffers and my nose sprays. I do a sinus rinse. I don't have the ability just to run out the door and grab a granola bar and go to work. It's like if I was to skip out on that, it would really hurt me the next day and long term as well. So on average, I see the cystic fibrosis clinic, my diabetic doctors, I see the allergists, the sinus doctors, my family doctor, the eye doctor, and the dentist. So about once a week, I am seeing some sort of physician for my health. CF can hit at any point, so my employer has to be aware that I may just not show up within, a couple hours notice, and I may not be back to work. It could be one day, it could be a week, it could be months.
Oh, Lisa's a very loving person. I mean, she's very kind and gracious to everybody she meets. She's doing everything she can to be a member of the team, but there come times when she has, spells where she has to be off for an extended period of time.
So you can always do this one. So my cough is never ending. It's something I've had my entire life. A lot of people ask like, oh, you're always sick and why do you come here and help when you're sick and contagious and you always have a scratchy throat. So I get a lot of comments and it does hit you personally. I used to always tell people that my cough was allergy related or that it was just a minor cold, but now I'm not afraid to tell them what it is, and because it's never gonna go away, why should I hide it?
We get very few sick days in this store, and I think it's because all of us sort of figure, oh, if Lisa can make it to work, we can make it to work.
When I first met Lisa, her cystic fibrosis was fairly stable and her lung function was quite good. But unfortunately, in the last year or so, her lung function has declined and she seems to be hospitalized and having more lung infections over time.
I noticed a big difference between my childhood to the present day. My visits to the hospital are definitely more frequent now. I can't work as much as I used to, going from full-time to part-time now. I could tell that my illness has progressed. When I go into the hospital, I could be gone for weeks, months on end. So how do you pay for your living? And so I get very stressed out financially and physically. I had to kind of make a decision between either working full-time with not having 100% drug coverage versus going on to the Ontario Disability Support Program, which does cover 100% of your medication. It was great because it covers all your meds, but downside is that you're limited to how much earnings you're allowed to have. I'm kind of stubborn, so I'll hold it in as far as I can go. And even when I'm at my worst, I'll still look like I'm, a happy, perky person. So usually when I hit rock bottom, I'll go have a big crying fit to myself and just kind of take some time to take a breather.
I was really glad to hear that at times Lisa does take moments of solitude and time to grieve having this illness. She's always very accepting when we tell her, Now you need to come to the hospital, Lisa, and I'm sorry, but we actually can't even let you go home because you're that sick.
That feels good. So when I come home from work, it's usually around dinner time. I am quite hungry at that point, so Kale and I will whip up some supper for the two of us. Compared to the average person, I have to have a much higher high calorie, high protein diet. And it's harder for me to gain weight and to absorb the fat and nutrition from food. So I have to take enzymes to help digest my food. I find once I finish supper, I'm quite exhausted, but I know there's still lots more I need to finish before my day is done. So I'll go and do some physio percussions.
You want me to do it?
Oh, get my back. And some exercise, which could consist of just bouncing on a trampoline for a few minutes, or maybe doing 10 minutes on my exercise bike, some yoga and some stretches. I literally never do nothing. I can't even just sit still when it just comes to taking 5 minutes to myself or watching TV. I always have something on the go. So at the end of my day, I need to do an inhaled nebulizer, which takes about 25 minutes to do. And then once that's all said and done, then I can finally start getting my bedtime preparation done.
Cystic fibrosis patients have so much treatment to do, and it takes so much time that they often don't do them. That ends up having a negative impact on their health. And so they end up getting sicker, and sometimes that leads to hospitalizations.
A lot of my friends are out late, they're partying, they go out to the bar. Well, I can't even stay up past 9 o'clock each night. I'm so tired. And even compared to when I was 18, like there's no way I could ever do the stuff I did back then.
Typical cystic fibrosis patients spend at least 2 hours a day on their cystic fibrosis care. It's a huge burden on their lives.
It's kind of changed my view as well. Like a lot of people like to spend their weekends just sitting on the couch relaxing. Well, I don't want to do that. I got to keep going, and you know, time to me is very valuable, so I don't want to just sit there and do nothing. I got to make progress of every moment I have.